What's up, guys, and welcome to today's show. Today I want to cover yesterday's friendlies, predominantly Manchester United versus Real Madrid and Arsenal versus Barcelona, and also today's transfers, news and rumours. First, I want to talk about Manchester United versus Real Madrid. Manchester United being beaten by Real Madrid 2-0. Real Madrid were fantastic. Bellingham was fantastic. His goal was absolutely sublime. The midfield of Camavinga, Chouameni, Bellingham and Modric, absolutely stellar. Valverde on the bench, Toni Kroos on the bench, absolutely ridiculous. Now, if Real Madrid get Mbappe, mate, and we all know that Mbappe's going to end up at Real Madrid. It's either going to be this summer or next summer. But I do anticipate, and other transfer experts and analysts around the world anticipate that they will bid for him late, and it will basically give PSG no choice but to accept the offer, cheap, and at least get something for him, except for losing him for free next year. Or they'll just wait, but you know, there'll be too much of an uncomfortable situation for Mbappe having to stay at Real Madrid. Having to stay at PSG for another year in them sort of circumstances. So he probably wants Real Madrid to come in. They'll bid cheap for him, and they should get him this year. And if they get him this year, it'll be better for them. They'll stand more chance of winning La Liga. They'll stand more chance of winning the Champions League, and he'll get to team up with these stellar players, and probably dominate Europe domestically and domestically. But it was a competitive game yesterday. Man United played decently. They need a striker. Højlund will probably be their striker. I'm a big fan of him. I think he's a good player. He's got a lot of ability. So, listen, pre-season, you can't take nothing out of pre-season. It's just fitness. It's a fitness exercise to get players up to speed. But Real Madrid looked fantastic. Arsenal versus Barcelona. Arsenal winning that game 5-3 or 5-2, something like that. Trossard was absolutely amazing. He was a player of the match, the MVP. 2 fantastic goals from Trossard. Arsenal started off a little bit shaky, but they managed to fight back into the game, get control of the game, and ended up winning the game. But Barcelona are a little bit more behind than Arsenal. Arsenal are fitter. They're more ahead of the pre-season, so you can't really take a lot out of yesterday's game. There was a couple of defensive errors that need to be ironed out before the season starts, but it was good. The win against the MLS All Stars, that was hyped up too much. They're not a top team. Getting beat by Manchester United sort of put their feet back on the ground, and beating Barcelona yesterday was great, or this morning was great, but Barcelona are far less prepared and far less fit than Arsenal. Arsenal are much more ahead of their pre-season schedule than Barcelona. So, again, you can't take a lot out of these games. Pre-season, it's just a fitness exercise. It's just to get players up to speed, get players fit, get players sharp. It doesn't mean anything. But it's good. It's good. You always want to win, and it's good that Arsenal managed to win, and confidence is up. Do I think Arsenal need a striker? No. I think Arsenal, there's not many strikers out there to get. So just wasting money on a striker is pointless. Keep faith in Gabriel Jesus, sell Eddie Nketiah, and have Balogun as the backup. And I think that would be fantastic. Balogun is a fantastic player. I see a fantastic striker in there. If he reaches his full potential, he could save Arsenal about 100 million. Because I believe he could be a £100 million player. I think Balogun has phenomenal talent. He has a fantastically high ceiling. And sell Eddie Nketiah. He's not to the level. Balogun is. And he can be the backup to Gabriel Jesus and play certain games when Gabriel Jesus needs a rest. And I think Balogun will do a fantastic job. And if it doesn't work out for them this season, go and spend the money and sign Victor Osimhen, who will stay at Napoli this summer, next season, and go and put in an offer for him, break the bank and get Victor Osimhen, and try and dominate domestically and in Europe with that powerhouse of a striker. But for the time being, I think that Gabriel Jesus and Balogun should be the two strikers Arsenal use for next campaign. And Eddie Nketiah, who's had his chances, he's shown he's not good. He's a decent player, but he's shown he's not good enough. He should be sold. That's what I think. I want to briefly talk about Liverpool. Henderson officially has gone to Saudi. There's been a lot of emotional, tributes and farewells to Jordan Henderson from, the Liverpool gaffer, from the players. It'll be interesting to see if Liverpool change their style with Szoboszlai, with Trent, who's going to be in midfield, with McAllister. I think they've put a second bid in for Lavia of around 45 to 47 million. So Liverpool has always been a team with Ronaldo, with Fabinho, with Henderson, with Keita that have been stronger than most midfields, that have been fitter, that have been faster, but have also had the quality. They weren't maybe as technically good as Manchester City, but they were fitter, they were stronger. They managed to bully Manchester City. They managed to bully the Barcelonas, when they faced them in the domestically and in the Champions League. So I hope that Jurgen Klopp, Jurgen Klopp's a fantastic manager. Who am I to tell Jurgen Klopp how to manage his team, how to mould, how to rebuild his team? But I hope that he's not gone too far away what made him successful at Dortmund and at Liverpool, which was intensity, which was the heavy metal style of football. And I hope he's not trying to go to this Pep style of football. I think Jurgen Klopp should stay true to himself. But I do think, and other people have analysed Liverpool's midfield and they think that they're not physical enough. No, I think McAllister is fit. I think he's strong. I think he's physical. I think Szoboszlai is fit, strong, physical. I think that Lavia fit, strong, physical. So I do think that Jurgen Klopp is trying to sort of emulate that sort of midfield that brought him so much success. The only thing is, they don't have Jordan Henderson's leadership, and I don't see anyone in that Liverpool team. They have ability, and Jordan Henderson is a phenomenal player, phenomenal ability, but in terms of his leadership qualities, I don't see anyone in that Liverpool team that even comes close, to be honest. Not even a Van Dijk. Gerrard passed the torch on to Henderson. Henderson didn't pass the torch on to anyone at Liverpool. They have to choose a new captain. And I don't see, obviously it'll probably be Van Dijk, but I don't really see Van Dijk having the same sort of leadership qualities as Henderson. That sort of leadership ability and qualities is a talent within itself, is an ability within itself. And Jordan Henderson had that talent in abundance. And I don't see Van Dijk, as phenomenal as a player he is, having anywhere near the sort of leadership qualities that Henderson has. And they may struggle, mate, because they've lost Milner, they've lost Henderson, and they're probably going to lose Fabinho all in one summer. 3 senior players, leadership, but, they, even with the quality, even though they still have quality, in terms of the direction, in terms of the leadership, they may struggle. And listening to some of these tributes, Henderson was very important. Even when you look at Liverpool's win-loss ratio with and without Henderson, is plain as day that they struggle to win games without Henderson. And I'm without no doubts that if they didn't have Henderson in the team, they would not have been as successful as they were, winning the Premier League, Champions League, Club World Cup, Super Cup, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, cleaning up domestically, Community Shield. They wouldn't have won those trophies without Jordan Henderson. And you can see with the tributes, with Trent's tribute, with Van Dijk's tribute, with Robbo's tribute, some of them are close to tears because they've lost basically the backbone of that team and the backbone of that football club. And I don't see anyone as much as they're getting good players in terms of the qualities Henderson brings. They might be missed, and there's been teams in the past when they've lost those sort of characters, Man United being one of them. They get players in with quality, but without that sort of character of the Milners, of the Hendersons, the Fabinhos, they don't quite reach the level. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how Liverpool do without these key figures, especially Jordan Henderson. So, on to transfers. Chelsea have put in a second bid of 80 million for Moises Caicedo that Brighton have turned down. Listen, Chelsea, you've done well. Even I have to admit, as shocking as your business is, as your business was when Todd Bowley came in, you've done well this transfer window. You've got rid of a lot of players. You've earned a lot of money. You've got a lot of wages off the wage bill. Spend the money. Brighton won't bend. They won't buckle. They want 100 million for Moises Caicedo. So you might as well just pay the money because you got the money and you need midfielders. And you'll probably get money for Gallagher if you're going to sell him. And there's a couple of other players you can get out the door. So that was the second bid, I believe, today that Brighton turned down. Chelsea will probably come in with a bid of 90, 95 million with add-ons that I think Brighton would accept, because it's closer to their £100 million valuation for the midfielder. And Chelsea need him because their midfield is down to bare bones. So this will be interesting to see. In terms of Lavia, I believe that Liverpool have put in a second bid of around 45 to 47 million. Probably a little bit overpriced. He's a young player. Even though he came from City, not very much experience in the Premier League except last season. Showed fantastic quality, but I'm not one to doubt Jurgen Klopp. His transfers usually are bang on, and he will be Lavia. I think that Southampton probably will accept, and Lavia will be a fantastic acquisition for Liverpool. But I still think they're going to need another one if they're going to lose Fabinho as well. So that's basically summarises what's happened today in the football world. I missed out a little bit. But that's the main news that's happened in the football world today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. So please, guys, leave a comment, smash the like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you very soon for another one. Peace.